sound when I go to the homepage. It's so annoying.
I know. Man, we are there. Boo-boo-boo-boo.
Pew, pew, pew,
Pew, pew. Yeah, so we were nearing the end of Jingle Bell Shock, I think. But before we
Presumptuous.
do that,
Challenge accepted.
We're gonna get every clue.
All of it. Is there a limited number of clues? Like, can we
there's
run
a limited
out?
number of clues, yeah. But I can always make up more. But
I'm gonna make up some new clues.
So, yeah, now it's like, well, we've never got all the clues before. All the clues.
you have 18 void clues at this point. You've been going hard on the void clues.
Because we got so many special abilities.
And you have 10 regular clues, which will give you a +3 to solve this one if you can incorporate them all. Let's take a look at end of session stuff that you want to set up.
Cool.
Oh yeah, end of session stuff. That's right.
You have the spreadsheet link?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'll paste it in Zoom there. I can paste it again.
I was gonna say since he joined afterwards though, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I don't know if chat is retroactive.
I got it.
Okay, Paisley's got it.
I still understand technology.
Oh God, Hyacinth using Zoom.
I said you're on mute. Never mind, you're just mouthing. You're just mouthing words. Okay.
Oh, I have to talk out loud? Okay. I'll just like Duolingo.
It's a cat. Cats.
Oh yeah, I was going to. No, I don't want to report Mark Major. That's not what I want to do at all.
Bad boy.
The night is young.
Trying to remember how to like. It's been so long since I've twitched. I was like, I can host you on my page.
Ooh.
I can remember how to do that. Is it that? Does that do anything?
Oh no. I'm
Host
still learning how Twitch
channel.
works.
/host. I think that's.
Mark, maybe follow him so that he could get a badge.
Yeah, badges. All about the badges. My only motivation in life.
Oh, I need to pick my things. Sorry.
I don't have permission to perform that action. What the?
No.
That, who the? Why the? Oh well, I tried. Tried to host you. I used to stream. Don't remember how anything works
I took
anymore.
an arrow to the knee.
My day, Twitch was easy to use.
Well, I know. That was IRC. Wait a minute.
Yay.
Actually, Twitch, a student of mine did a like a Twitch stream analysis thing, because like I guess when people play games, like you'll just post like a ton of emojis all at once, and so they did like an aggregator, so they captured the stream, and instead of like being like 1,000 cats, it would say like someone posted 1,000 cats, and like do statistics and stuff. And the Twitch stream chat protocol is actually IRC. They actually use IRC underneath.
Oh,
that, or they did a couple years ago. So that was like, oh, I know that. I can do that.
all right, my sibling is in the game now.
Aster has entered the game.
Aster Loring.
Yeah.
Or I guess her last name is
that's right.
Loring. Aster. Whatever Hyacinth's maiden name is.
Oh no, I think Hyacinth went back to her maiden name. Blackstone was her married name.
Oh, Blackstone. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Aster Loring.
Cool. So Rue is behaving like a woman half her age and showing someone she's still got it. Nez is secretly undermining the authority of a local official. Oh, it's gonna be good.
Wait, those are from
Oh,
last.
wait.
So we're reviewing last game's goals.
Oh no,
right?
that we are picking new ones.
Because did we do end of game stuff last time? We did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, hold on. Let me repick because that's the stuff I did last time.
I'm realizing reading this again that secretly undermining is different than what we have been doing.
Yeah.
We have not ever been secret about it.
Well, we
Suck it,
haven't.
Gary.
It's secret from the person we're undermining. Usually.
Yeah, I mean Gary's
It's
not.
true. Gary is not
surface.
aware. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Not a shot
Okay.
in the sack of bowling balls.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
haven't doted in a while. We'll do some doting.
Oh, I like a good dote.
I was trying to think tonight, if this were a movie, who would play our characters? And the first person that jumped to my mind for Rue was Helen Mirren. I've decided.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. How about that?
Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I want Tilda Swinton, but I don't know if that's really Inez.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that would be great.
I just want that to be the truth.
I think I'm figuring Olivia Colman for mine.
Nice.
Okay, I hosted you, and then it says the video is either unavailable or not supported in this browser.
Oh,
Sweet.
yeah.
Woo.
So
Is
one
it
step
running at all? Who
closer.
knows?
No, I see you on your channel. Just
Oh,
can't
cool.
host you on my channel. It's like I'm trying to host you. Not like I have
I
any.
guess
Not like it matters. I have no. Oh, there you are. You're there now.
I never bothered to look at the stream after I started, so as far as I know, it's never been going.
I just look every now and then just to make sure it's like still going. And something weird.
Oh, I guess there's a chat too.
Yeah, that's another reason I look, just in case anyone has chatted. But I've never seen any viewers. Every time I've looked, it's been one viewer, which I'm guessing is me.
Yeah. There's 16 views altogether, so
I guess we could
fancy.
watch it.
I'll keep the chat open and see if anything comes up. Hey, everyone, live from Brindlewood.
Hey, everybody.
Beat us slides.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's $500 and Inez will say whatever you want.
Oh,
Oh
God.
boy.
I could be bought.
It's become like Cameo.
Yeah.
Donation. We could, if there were actual viewers, we could let them choose our fates. What does
Sure.
Rue do right now? Tell me.
Or what
What's the
happened to
worst?
her when she-
What's the worst that could happen?
That's the thing, yeah.
Explosion.
Always an explosion.
Always.
Always.
And then there would be some like the Adventure Zone inside jokes that happen, and anyone who tried to join the stream would be incomprehensible too.
Really alienated immediately.
That's what we really want.
As opposed to being alienated slowly over
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want you to know what you're doing.
Tell me what you want. What you really, really want.
What was the last thing that happened?
Ugh.
We,
left off
I
on
know
some
last time we had
image.
basically said we were probably going to start by solving it. Because we were debating whether to solve and possibly go on to a new mystery.
We had done the dinner with the dancing and the
Yeah, we danced. Or I danced.
And we danced.
nutcrackers.
I've heard that
you-
clip about 15 times because Mark
Oh,
has
yeah.
posted it on his Twitch.
Which
So-
clip is that?
When we sang and danced.
Oh, very nice.
Oh yeah, we found this secret crawl space that had a
Oh, that's right.
teak
Oh.
chest with a wooden mask in it.
One of the crazy
Uh,
void masks I've been
Evan
seeing in
said
my
Amelia
dreams.
is a member of the
The Advent calendar. Or that was the time before.
yeah. Cool, and dinner had wrapped up, and
Oh,
yeah,
the
this was-
Nutcrackers.
yeah, the nutcrackers have been gooping all over the place.
Oh, that's right. Gooping nutcrackers.
Yeah, I think you were regrouping to see what you had discovered together.
Let's see. Do we have a list of-
Amazing how much you can forget in a week.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we doing? Who am I? What's happening?
I'm all sweaty and I have completely forgotten what we were doing. But I know that was some dancing I did on the table. Rue, that is excellent.
That's right. We did some jamming.
Some jamming. Oh yeah, and you have a new boyfriend.
Oh God, no, him. That's right. Oh, that's right. That's how.
Is he
That's what
still with
led us
us?
to the crawl space. Was after the jam. He was all like, "Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
Jimmy.
why don't we go off somewhere together?" And I was like, "Girls, come with us. It's a new crawl space. I don't want to go alone with this creepy man."
So are we still in that crawl space or
No, we had left.
No, this is
Okay.
after dinner.
Oh, we all
everyone was
decided
sort
to
of-
sleep there.
That's right, it's a sleepover.
We don't. 'Cause, yeah.
Oh.
That's
I
right.
was
Oh,
sleeping,
right.
I was sleeping as far away from the creepy room as possible on the couch by the fire.
Did we encourage Jimmy to try on the mask? And if not, why not?
Yes, we did.
We were trying, yeah.
Yeah, he did put it on. And the mask had no nothing to affix it, and he just like
But
moved
it's
his face and
still
it stuck.
stuck to his
And
face.
it was like creepy, right?
And his real face was creepier.
Yeah. So sleepover.
So yeah, I ended up sleeping in Chestnut's room, if I remember right.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to figure out
Oh,
what room was
yeah.
right next to Caroline's. I remember now. Back on track.
Yep. So I have a new dog friend.
Chasing
Dog
ladies.
friend.
Suddenly, I'm rethinking my dote on someone goal. It's going to be far hard to find somebody to dote on unless the story greatly changes.
You can dote on yourself. Self-care.
That counts. Love yourself.
Yeah. So in the morning, Rue wakes up first.
Of course I do.
Wakes
and,
up.
Yeah, wakes up.
And head downstairs. You smell pancakes coming from downstairs.
I
guess.
love pancakes.
Yeah, and Magdalena, the new agey lady, is there, and she has a big stack of pancakes. And there's 2 plates, one for you and one for her, and big cups of coffee for each other. And she's like, "Oh, good morning, Rue. Dinner was something last night, wasn't it?"
Oh, it was a hoot and a half.
There was just a lot of like wild energy going on. It's just an amazing time of year. I always like to start off the day with sort of like consulting the spirits and seeing what the day has in store for us.
It seems like a good cleansing way to start a day.
And she pulls out she has a deck of tarot cards. She's kind of idly been shuffling or handling or whatever the entire time. And she says, "Would you like a quick reading for the morning, just like a quick thing to see what the
sure,
day
why
looks
not?
like?" And so
What
she
could go wrong?
shuffles
Nothing
the
like some
cards,
tarot over pancakes.
hands them to you, and says, "Now just sort of focus your intentions and think about what you would like to happen today,
Mhm.
and cut the cards, and then I'll deal you out a spread, and sort of we'll experience it together."
Okay, great. Here we go. Cut the cards.
She takes the cards. She's like, "Okay, now I'm just gonna put these cards face up, and sometimes they come upside down, and that means a different thing. So I'll talk you through what happens."
Excellent.
She puts down the first card, and it is the devil. It's a big horned guy with 2 people chained next to him, sitting on his throne. And she's like, "Now don't worry, this card it looks kind of scary sometimes, and a lot of people take it that way. But just like the death card will come up sometimes, and that just means change. This card is definitely not the worst card in the deck. It just means attachment to the physical realm. So like thinking about like how you relate to your physicalness and being in the world." And she puts down another card, and it is the devil again. She's like, "Oh, that's interesting."
I thought there was only one per of each card per deck.
Yeah, and she puts down another card, and it's the devil again.
Oh
She
my.
puts down another card, and it's the devil again. And puts down
I would
another
send
card,
those
and it's the
back
devil
for a
again.
refund if I were you.
And as she keeps putting them down,
Misprint.
the people's faces in the on the card start becoming more and more distorted until they look like they are wooden again. And she puts down all the cards out of the deck, and every card is a devil until and it just transforms and warps until like it's just one big wooden face. And she looks up at you, and her face is transformed into a wooden.
Oh, son of a bitch!
And she grabs you and pulls you in, and you wake up.
Son of a.
I
I'm
hope
waiting
that
for the
someone's-
one.
Do I at least smell actual pancakes?
You do smell actual pancakes. That was the real part.
Oh,
I'm
thank
hoping the
God.
void mystery starts with this happening to Rue, and it turns out to just be reality. No, oh no, we've really been captured.
That
by
would be
Oh, the
amazing.
real nightmare. I also hope someone was walking by the couch when Rue yelled, "Son of a bitch!" And be like, Jimmy, be like, "I know."
I know, right?
Yeah, this family, huh?
Where Chestnut just looks at her judgmentally and trots away.
So everyone is woken up to the smell of pancakes,
Yay.
and Caroline is down in the kitchen with Skylar, and they are whipping up a batch of gingerbread pancakes. Big stack stuff for everyone. They have a little carafe of syrup being heated up, and Everett has gotten into the fancy coffee maker and is making coffee for everyone.
See me
And
kind
there's
of
just sort of
poking
like
at the pancakes, looking around like
Touching people's faces.
these are real, right? Okay.
And are you going to get some pancakes, Rue?
Oh, I'm definitely getting some pancakes.
And
We learned our lesson.
you sit down next to Magdalena, and she looks exactly like she did in your dream. And she's like, "Oh, good morning, Rue, right? It's been such a crazy night, hasn't it been? Like lots of weird energy."
Yes.
You know what I like to do? I like to start off the day just consulting the spirits to see like what they have in store for me.
Do
Would
you?
you would you mind? Would you like me to do a quick reading for you?
Can I look at your? Is it like faux pas to look at your deck first? I'm
Oh
just
no,
curious.
of
You have so many
course.
different styles of decks.
Yeah.
I kind of look at her deck, flip through.
And it's like a super like dead basic weight tarot deck.
Hmm. Wonderful. I'm just infusing it with my energy, you know.
Oh, of course. So what I would like to like normally we just you sort of hold on to it and think about what you would like for the day, and just sort of
Mhm.
focus your intentions, and I will interpret them as they come up. What do you think about that?
Sure.
Great. So here,
Keep
cut the
my
cards.
fork at hand.
And she turns up the first card, and it is the Queen of Swords. And she's like, "Oh, well, that's nice." Swords represent a lot of people think they represent fire because there's fire on the cards, but really there are different interpretations. It's really a card that represents the sort of energy of air, and this is a very powerful, strong female figure like yourself who's very intelligent. So that's a great. So this basically just represents you
Good
waking
start.
up into the world with all of your capacities around you. She turns up another card, and it's the Three of Cups. It's like, oh, this is wonderful. There's like three women dancing around holding up cups. It's like this is just like you and your friends. You're together. You're celebrating the holiday season. There's like pumpkins and stuff on the ground. Like this is just a symbol of your friendship with your friends, Inez
Lovely.
and Hyacinth. And this is the last card she'll turn up, and it is the Six of Swords. This card is a man pulling a boat, and there are six swords stuck in the boat and a couple hunched figures. Sort of hunched over. She's like, this card, it represents journey, and again, it's the card, it's the swords suit, so it sort of underlies some of your intelligence and mindfulness, but also shows that you're going on some sort of journey in which you might experience some sort of trouble or tragedy or difficulty, obstacle, nothing that you can't overcome, I'm sure. So that's great. I think it is an exciting time for you to just be able to be with your friends and go on an adventure together and have a good time. And you'll definitely, obviously these swords also represent some hardships, but I believe in your power as a woman to overcome anything that you come across.
Well, as long as I have my girls, I can do anything.
Syrup?
Please, lots of it. For pancakes are really just a medium to get syrup into your mouth.
Exactly.
The syrup turns into a wooden mask.
Why? Inez and Hyacinth, what are you doing?
Oh, that's a good question.
I was going to be trying to make a fancy coffee for Caroline, but it looks like Everett is in my way. So I'm going to be kind of fighting him to try to make a fancy coffee, but only for Caroline, not for anyone else.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, go ahead. That's I was just trying to help out, but if you feel like you want to make some coffee, go for it.
Oh, this is a different machine than I usually use.
Oh, I can show you how it works.
It's like
really
a big espresso, like one of those
big
palazzo.
Press. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I could probably use a quick tutorial.
Yeah, you bet.
How do you
like,
make the best cup of coffee and also make one of those little hearts inside it?
Oh, see, that's the thing. You see, some people think that there is a one kind of best coffee, but it really depends on what the person that you're making it for likes. So myself, I like, lots of milk, lots of cream, lots of sugar.
Ah,
I don't care if there's anything drawn on it. It's basically like hot ice cream for me, right? And some people
yeah.
just like it black as hell, just like give me 10 shots of espresso and I'm good to go.
I like it when it's kind of like mud.
But so you just like espresso with like sugar in it.
Yeah.
Great.
What do you think someone like Caroline would like? Just not necessarily her, but like someone like her. It's something that says like, I'd like to be your friend, but also like more than friends if you'd want that, but like also not too pushy, but definitely
Mom,
like enough
usually,
forward.
She usually just gets like drip coffee. She is not a fan of espresso. It's too bitter for her. Even with like sugar and cream, I'm like, Mom, you got to at least try this. And she has, and she's just like, oh, I'm old fashioned. I like Folgers. I'm like, come on, I don't even know what that is. But I can just we can put together an Americano for her, I think, and sort of just don't tell her it came from the machine, right?
Yeah. Tricking someone is a great way to start a relationship. Let's do it.
Oh, are you friends with Mom?
I would, in my heart, I feel like we are kindred friends.
What are you afraid will happen if you are not able to put together a good cup of Americano for her?
I'm afraid she's gonna throw it at me.
All right. I think this is definitely with reason, so
I definitely
fine.
Sorry, I forgot to bring my dice because let me pull up some dice. I'm like, gonna play a game. What do I need?
Wow, 2021
Nothing.
when you can just pull up dice.
The future.
What do I need? Nothing. Oh, dice.
Who foresaw this kind of technology?
All right. I got a lot of reason, which is a good thing. 3 plus I rolled 6. So 9.
So you did it.
Nice.
Despite my roll, I am a smart person.
Yeah.
Great. So so Everett shows you all the bits and pieces and how they work, and just sort of shows you how to make the standard. He kind of makes it not super strong for Caroline because he knows she's, she doesn't like decaf, or she doesn't admit that she wants to, have decaf, but really it's she just more likes the idea of coffee than coffee itself. So and so he makes you a relatively mild Americano, and it's like, oh, there's no foam in it, so I guess you can't like put a heart in it. I'm not sure. Oh, I know. We could put like cinnamon on top and like try and draw a heart in that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Here you go.
Wow. I didn't know that would work. That's pretty cool. You're pretty good at this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, in my circle just have people doing stuff for them, but I really like to, bring it down and do things myself. Use my hands, build things. I built an entire extension on my bungalow in LA by the beach, like by myself.
Wow.
No help. I mean, some help because you can't like put a wall up by yourself easily, but I'm pretty handy.
Wow. Thank you so much for taking some time to give me this little quick tutorial, and thanks for cluing me in. I was about to make a big mistake there with the cappuccino with the heart.
Oh yeah, she would have hated that.
All right, I'm gonna take that over to her.
Cool. She has actually gone into the backyard.
Oh,
so,
that's where I'm gonna go.
All right. Cool. She's
totter around.
Staring, sort of just like staring off. And she has just a cup of coffee already. And she doesn't really notice you at first, and she's sort of staring off into the sunrise-ish area.
Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt. I thought you might want a cup of coffee, but it looks like you already have a cup of coffee. So I don't know if you wanted a second cup of coffee or if you wanted another person with you to drink this cup of coffee, or if you just wanted to be left alone with this cup of coffee or without.
I'm fine with this one. I really can only handle one cup of coffee, but I don't mind the company. I was just thinking about Animalia, and everything just happened so fast last night. I didn't really have a chance to sort of think about what actually happened. And she's still here in the house with us, but not here. It just feels, I don't know what next year is going to be like.
Yeah, I'm sorry that the girls and I sometimes get so caught up in the thrill of a mystery that we need to stop and slow down and remember that there are real families and lives sometimes. So I'm sorry. Should I leave you alone, or do you want someone to just listen? Or
does this happen a lot to you? Like, do you encounter a lot of dead people and grieving families, and are you used to it? Is this just normal to you now?
Well, I had considered it normal, and now that you say it like that, it does sound odd. We do read a lot of mystery books, so I think that maybe we are a little inoculated to how common it is in our own lives.
Oh, what books do you read?
The Crown Mysteries.
Golden Crown Mysteries.
Golden Mysteries.
The Golden Corral Mysteries.
The Golden Corral. Such mysteries as
Who ate all the chicken fingers?
Where are all the chicken fingers?
What is your advice to the families that you encounter normally? Do you, I mean, I've heard that by reputation that you have a knack for uncovering who did this, but what happens after you solve the mystery? Do the families just move on, or do you help them at all, or just sort of leave them be?
Oh, it's a several part process, I would say. I mean, our immediate aim is always to solve it, and that hopefully gives some peace of mind to those that helps. But the girls and I, this is a small enough town that we always try to pay some visits afterward to check on people, but each family is different. Some people want to.
What if the person who committed the murder was part of the family, though? And she kind of like gives you a look.
Oh.
I mean, no one else was here.
We try not to assume guilt before it's. What are you thinking? I want a medal. I was gonna be a good listener. I was so trying to be a good listener.
Sometimes the best listeners have to meddle.
Oh, I was gonna be a good friend. Now I have to do my job. Is there something that you haven't told us? Is there something that you would like to?
Is this a place where you could use the Columbo move?
Ooh. Yeah, you could use a Columbo move, but she's not going to be your friend afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I want to risk it.
That's a great one.
Would you like a ear examination? Just kidding. That's not going to happen. I don't have anything else. Let's see.
Unless we wanted to pull the Golden Crown Mysteries move right at the top here.
I wonder if I have like.
Well, no reason not to.
Actually, I want to do like I did last time and do a double thing. Because combinations of things mean I'm getting more done. So I would like to use a cozy thing. I'm going to use this piece of pottery that Vera gave me. And I'm going to use it to share wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Because why not? And here's how I'm going to do that. Starting now.
Just do all your things at once and we can wrap this up in like 5 minutes. It's just...
And the Columbo and a Quincy. And, so it's like this. On my mantelpiece at home, I have this shard of pottery. It looks mundane, but it's like the lip of some sort of vase of some indeterminate age. Vera could have told me when it was from. She could name these things right off of it, but to me it just was kind of a strange thing that didn't quite look like a piece of pottery. And so I keep it on my mantle, partly to remind me of Vera and that she would get me trash from her digs. She said it was worth quite a lot, but it looked like garbage to me. And it was always a fun way to make fun of her for her job of digging up ancient garbage. But it also reminded me that sometimes when you look at something, it's not quite what it seems. Maybe it was someone's toilet bowl, or maybe it was a small kid's cup. I don't know. She never would quite tell me. She wanted me to figure it out myself. And she died before I actually could figure it out. And I was too stubborn to ever let her just tell me. So now I just have this piece of maybe garbage on my mantle just to remind me that if you don't look beneath the surface, or if you're not humble enough to ask or listen, then some things will just remain that way.
Okay. Roll with advantage plus presence, I think.
0. Okay, but at least I get 3 die. 3 die, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Roll 3 virtual dice. All right. Leaving that 2 out, I'm gonna have an 11.
Nice.
Dang.
Pottery.
Yeah, so she's like, so people might, I understand what you're trying to say, that people might not
Good.
be who you think you are, who you think they are. I mean, I don't know if anyone else mentioned this to you, but when our grandfather died, he left Amelia almost everything that he had, and she's not great with money, and Thomas helped her out, my dad. But Thomas was cut out of the will. Dad was cut out of the will entirely. He didn't get a penny, and he never knew why. And Amelia never said why, and she was very gracious about it, and it helped everyone in the family out. But I don't think Dad ever got over it. He would get really quiet and not angry, but just eerily quiet and very thoughtful when it came up. I don't think he ever got over his parents completely cutting him out from the will and leaving everything to Aunt Amelia.
Wow. Yeah, he was mentioning that the other day, but he seemed to brush it off when I talked to him the other day.
Yeah, he will keep a lot inside until it just comes out all at once. And I don't want to point any fingers, but if it turns out that my father killed my aunt, I don't know what I would do. I would find some way to take the blame myself, I think. Anyway, thank you for the company. I'm gonna go in and see if Skylar needs any help with anything inside. She's not great in a kitchen.
All right.
Are you done with that coffee mug? I can take it for you.
Yeah, it's still full and it has cinnamon in it. I just give it to you.
The cinnamon's just like congealed in clumps on the top now.
Yeah.
Cinnamon clumps.
And she walks away and I'm like, yes. And a listener's helping me, not my normal forward flirting. I'm growing.
What does Hyacinth up to?
In my head, the scene starts with, we're in on a kind of close up on Hyacinth, and she's earnestly saying that, like, it's the most important thing in the world to be a good listener. That's how you show people around you that you care about them. That's how you stay connected to people. And when they're gone, what you remember the most is the way that they listened when it mattered the most. And we cut out from that, and we see that Hyacinth has been giving Chestnut a walk, and Chestnut is just covered in mud for some reason, and is kind of looking guiltily back at her. And so she continues like, so when we say don't jump in the mud,
Listen.
the dog is just giving puppy dog eyes back.
Excellent. Yeah, so you arrive back at the house, and the entire family is still there, and Chestnut 4 bounds upstairs, just leaving a trail of mud
Everywhere.
up the expensive floor cover things. What are they called?
A soft floor, I think it's called.
Soft floor, yeah.
Fluffy
floor.
Fluffy ground.
Soft ground. Soft inside ground.
Soft inside ground.
And there is, everyone is kind of sitting at the table quietly, finishing up their breakfasts and clearing plates, and everyone is there for you. Mother Hawthorne is also at the table, sitting behind a giant stack of untouched pancakes.
She gave me a funny look. She still have a thing against me.
Yeah, she doesn't really focus on a lot, but as she sort of stares and scans through every once in a while, her gaze will fall onto you, and her face will just like turn into one of those like little apple granny faces, like.
Of course.
From a story angle, I really feel like I want Hyacinth to walk in and announce that she knows who did it.
Yes, that is what I want.
I, player, have no idea how to solve this.
Sounds like it's time for a Maven's meeting.
She kind of buttonholes Inez and Rue and says, I have something important, or I tried to text you about this, but I have important news. I know who did it.
Excellent.
Oh.
Well, someone got a good night's sleep.
Yeah. And the only thing is, how do we draw them out? Or no, oh God, the worst would be, and let's see. It could be, I know who did it, and I think we can catch them in the act.
Yes. I wonder if Inez is like
in the act of murder.
Yeah, in the act of the murder they already did.
And
and another murder.
And another one, yeah. And Inez is assuming that you mean Thomas, and just not going to ask. And is like, yeah, I imagine we could pretty easily rile them up and get them to at least commit some aggressive act.
You mean like in that Golden Crown Mysteries book? Because it's always good to have that when we're rolling.
Oh man,
what a solution.
Yeah.
Remember, we can't use any bonuses or anything for the solution roll.
Oh, for the solution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just for color.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I kind of trundled that or gathered them off to, and
we're gonna
head to
set a complicated trap.
I think that's going to be the I was thinking this could be our like figure out as players what the hell our solution is.
Yep.
while in game, this is Hyacinth explaining how it all
All right.
Or-
What is
or- her idea for how it all comes together, or at least an idea for how it all comes together.
So you have 11 clues,
Oh,
which
Jesus.
if you use them all, will give you a +4 on your roll.
Oh my
decent.
God.
If you can't work in all 11, then
Oh, we can.
Oh, we're not babies.
Do we get credit if we can rule them out
yeah, work in or rule out. Yeah.
definitively too? Okay.
Yeah, it's always a matter of either factoring them in or ruling them out.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I forgot about this camera.
Oh boy.
I know for some reason this
Oh.
one feels like it's gone on longer than the others. I'm like, what's going on?
There's
There's
a
What
lot
happened
of-
2 weeks
A
ago?
lot of things. I mean, I wonder if
Oh.
he was like Thomas was trying to catch Amelia slipping somehow.
Mm.
I don't know. Sorry, I don't want to talk over Hyacinth. You
Oh
were-
no,
you were
no,
starting something.
I was wondering if it could be. Oh God, now this is involved.
Like maybe he sent the racy Christmas cards to try to turn everyone against her, or maybe he's been filming her trying to like
Yeah,
she's trying
yeah.
to like get the family to turn against her in some way.
Mm.
But we know that the camera was going to her computer, though. Like all the files were on her computer.
But he handles all the finances, so I bet he has access to
Oh.
it.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, and um, yeah, looking at this, it would be fun for me if it were somehow Jimmy and Thomas working together.
Yes. And I wonder if
Um,
Inez assumes Thomas and maybe Hyacinth assumes Jimmy.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I feel like Hyacinth kind of opens the conversation with, I think we all know who the murderer is. It's just a question of how they did it. I mean, obviously we know there was bad blood between the murderer and Amelia. We know that they had opportunity. We know that they wouldn't be above doing this.
No.
It's just all there in front of us that it has to be Jimmy.
I figure right as you say that, I figure all three of us simultaneously. As you go, it has to be Jimmy. She
Thomas.
goes Thomas. I go Thomas and Jimmy.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, what? I mean, yes and yes, right?
Yeah, actually, I could see that.
And okay, so the shattered eggnog glass is just she was drinking eggnog when she was killed, right?
Yeah.
Um,
And she
but
had
Avery also
Bruce.
asked for money and got rejected. So many motivations. So we need some way to rule Avery out of it, I think.
Or I wonder if this is just all my conspiracy of like, I had to fold Jimmy in too. I'm like, Thomas is controlling the finances.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wondering if he's actually like not doing a good job and there isn't that much money.
Mm.
And so she can't actually loan it to Avery because there isn't actually money to loan.
Do we know if the rejection to Avery came directly from Amelia?
Ooh.
I believe it did.
Okay, never mind then.
I can't. For some reason, I have no memory of Avery. I'm like, who's Avery?
It's a
It's a nephew.
Caroline's
husband, right?
Caroline's husband.
Caroline's husband. Okay.
Yeah.
Do I have any
Obstacle
notes?
number
Definitely.
one.
It's
I
definitely
have
Avery.
no notes about Avery.
Definitely, never mind. It's probably Avery.
I think I was about
Oh, wait,
to say.
here we
I
go.
think Inez really, really wants to believe it's Avery, but unfortunately, she knows there's no evidence.
Couldn't
pointing
find
that way
any evidence.
whatsoever. She's been searching. Like that's how I think we can rule Avery out. Is she's been really trying to turn up evidence against
I
Avery
have.
and has
Yeah.
found none.
Have a whole like notebook full of why it's not that.
There's Avery on the top with like a hanged person and skulls, and there's nothing inside.
Very frustrating.
Yes.
Let's see. So we've
Been
got
spying on him.
we've got the tree ornament that mocks Jimmy. That's pretty straightforward. The argument with the lawyers is probably something about making sure that her money, whatever is left of it, doesn't go to Thomas on her death.
Yeah.
Or changing the will to cut out Thomas, probably, or something.
How
like
is, I mean, Jimmy is a brother of Amelia or a brother of, how is Jimmy related?
Yeah, she would.
Yeah,
Jimmy
Jimmy
Amelia's brother.
is Caroline's brother.
Caroline's
Or,
brother.
I'm
I mean,
sorry,
yeah.
Amelia's brother. Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
Amelia's brothers are Thomas and Jimmy.
Yes.
Thomas and Jimmy.
Okay.
Okay. And I wonder if Thomas has been, Jimmy owes people money.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I wonder if Thomas has been loaning Jimmy money out of Amelia's money
Mhm.
and isn't able to get it back and isn't able to loan it out and has been trying to help Jimmy because Thomas.
Oh, and Amelia got wind of this whole scheme and knows that that's why her money has gone away. That's why she cut Jimmy out of the family portrait and did the mocking Christmas ornament.
And I think that's why I think for a long time, Thomas was playing both sides, like acting like he was on Amelia's side, being like, "Yeah, Jimmy asking for money, what a tool, huh?" But then behind her back, being like, "Jimmy, we're bros. Of course, I'm going to give you the money." And so, like,
changes accents in between.
Yeah, and so that eventually she probably found out that Thomas, while acting supportive of her, had been loaning Jimmy the money behind her back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find some way to, like, Heath, I like your explanation for the security camera, but I like the notion of Amelia getting paranoid and maybe she's got security cameras throughout the house now.
I like that better too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I was gonna say I
got...
didn't have an explanation. I was asking for one.
I think it was mine, and I'm happy to give it up for that one. I like the paranoia one better.
Like, and then she actually got video of the two of them having their business arrangements.
Yeah, because then there's a more complex conspiracy.
No.
I'm for it.
And that would make sense why she cut everything out. She cut everybody out, but who? But wait, she left.
She only cut Jimmy out of the picture.
Of the picture, yeah, and
yeah.
No, I meant of the will. Sorry, she
we don't know anything about her will.
Yeah,
we can make up whatever.
Oh, it was Amelia's parents' will.
Parents' will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Thomas was already resentful.
Yeah, and Jimmy's probably assuming he's not going to get anything out of this.
Well, see, that could be what another thing she was arguing with the lawyers about was maybe she wanted to cut both the boys out once she found out about their schemes.
Yeah, maybe Thomas was trying to kill her before, or they were trying to kill her before Thomas got cut out because Thomas was feeding Jimmy money.
Oh, yeah, or Amelia was going to announce the truth to the rest of the family.
Yeah.
And change the will, yeah.
So, yeah, she hadn't changed it yet. So if they could get rid of her quick enough, Thomas was still in.
Yeah.
Because the lawyer hadn't filed the new will yet.
And then giving all of the extravagant stuff for the dog exacerbates the money problems.
Yes, because she thinks she's still got all the money, doesn't realize how much it's gone.
And maybe Thomas is also feeding that to keep up appearances. Like maybe he has a dog. Jimmy has a dog connection to Greyhound racers. And they got that stuff on layaway or like wholesale. I don't know the words. And so he's got like a cheap dog connection. He could pretend like he's buying very extravagant, expensive to keep up the front. How about this wreath? The crawl space.
Oh, yeah, Steve. So we determined, or we think anyway, that the wreath was somehow mocking what's her face, New Age lady.
Oh, I thought maybe
Magdalene.
she made it.
No, I thought, wasn't it that Amelia made that wreath sort of mocking Magdalena?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
because she knew Magdalena would recognize the poison plants made with it. Like, I thought that's something Mark.
Oh, and Magdalena is Jimmy's ex, so maybe Magdalena knows. Is also needing to be kept. I'm just trying to include every clue.
Yeah. So we got that wreath.
Maybe it's
And
a
the
threat.
wreath, none of the, yeah. Okay. What was the connection between Magdalena and the wreath?
That Amelia had made it knowing as a poke at Magdalena, knowing that Magdalena would recognize the
Oh,
that it was made
Magdalena is
of
the one
poison
who
plants.
knows what those are.
Yeah.
Or,
Like I said, I mean, that's not something I thought that was what Mark had told us.
Mhm.
When
oh,
we got
okay.
that clue.
I'm toying with the idea that, oh, no, this is a reach, but
Yeah.
Magdalena knew about the plan and was trying to send cryptic warnings to Amelia.
Yes. That is, I think that's what I was trying to get at too, where I was like, there's got to be, like, she knows something and she's trying to hush her up.
Like there was some little note with it that kind of put it in context of
And
watch yourself.
maybe Thomas actually made the wreath so that Magdalena would think that Amelia was making fun of her, and then she canceled wreath making with Amelia that they usually do every year because of that insult. And that's where she wanted to tell her, but Thomas fucked it up with the.
Yeah. Oh man. We also have the Christmas cards, the secret crawl space. The secret crawl space, I feel like, can be written off to void, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
put
it had
that on
anything to
void.
do with the murder.
It's like,
Oh, especially, I mean, I think Rue at this point could probably like tell you about, I've been having all kinds of weird dreams with that thing. I don't know what it has to do with, but it has nothing to do with this murder.
Yeah.
Although Jimmy knew about it, so maybe he knew about the her involvement.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
With
Maybe the blackmail.
whatever conspiracy it is.
Yeah, the racy Christmas cards don't make sense in the new interpretation.
Oh yeah, before there was the idea that it was a way to discredit Amelia.
I think
Which-
that, I mean, again, I don't
That
think
might
that
still
says,
work.
I don't know
Yeah.
if that has anything to do with the murder. I think that's just Amelia being Amelia.
Well,
Yeah, maybe she's
Yeah.
like actually a complex, well-rounded person, but Thomas has put on this facade for her.
well, I was going to suggest that, like, oh, this is a reach. That they didn't go to murder as their first plan, Jimmy and Thomas, but rather that they were going to try to make her seem like not mentally, non compos mentis, or
Yeah.
not mentally capable in a legal sense of doing a meaningful change to her
Mhm.
will.
Yeah,
And yes.
there we are.
And so this is like a way of gaslighting the family.
Well, and I think what happened was they're like, okay, well, hey, that because Jimmy used to be married to Magdalena, he had ostracized some of her crazy hippy dippy new age knowledge.
Yeah.
And he knew that that wreath was made out of various poison plants. And so together with Thomas, they're like, well, if we just put like a little bit of this and a little of that, it'll make her just sort of crazy enough that her behavior will be erratic and we can and they not knowing anything about those plants or how much is lethal. Oops.
Oh, and it
and
actually
so
was part
And
of
it was that's the shattered eggnog glass. They poisoned her eggnog with the plants from the wreath, initially intending to use just enough to make her just be a little wacky cuckoo.
Was she grabbing her own pearl necklace? Because didn't she have
yeah.
the only
She did
autopsy
have
work
that.
we did?
But yeah, so it was actually a poisoning from the materials from the wreath.
In the shattered eggnog glass.
Maybe she is very, very allergic and got anaphylactic, like, and was like
Yeah,
pulling
that's
at
good.
her
Yeah.
thing and dropped
because
her
it
egg.
was swelling up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheer
we
elegance
done?
and simplicity.
We got it. I think we connected all the things. Good thing the strength of our proposal is what counts.
So yeah, I think that like going with what you said, she feels like she's choking. She doesn't know why. So she thinks maybe her necklace has gotten tangled or something. So she's like yanking on it, trying to
Pull it off.
get it off.
It's just bruising. It's not actually like.
That's what
Yeah.
made the bruising and broke the necklace.
Yeah.
It was broken, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how it broke. Yeah, because no one actually did a real autopsy. I did it ear, nose, throat
Well, we don't-
examination.
We're autopsy hobbyists.
Real.
Yeah.
We're not experts on
Oh,
such
man.
things. All we know is what we've read in Golden Crown Mysteries.
Which is as good as any medical textbook.
Oh man, can we pay off? Can we pay off the terrible thing I set up of like we have to save somebody else who might fall victim to them?
Yes. Oh yeah, we still need to set a trap.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
no.
Oh no.
Because I
I'm-
definitely think that since they screwed it up, they know the only one with any kind of chemical, the only one of knowledge of these plants is Magdalena. So now they're
Oh.
afraid, since they messed it up and accidentally killed her, that Magdalena will somehow figure
Piece
out
it
that it was
together.
from the reef plants or whatever. So they're like,
I'm
we gotta
gonna-
get, they gotta get rid of Magdalena, who
So
might.
now I gotta wear it.
Oh no, the wreath.
I'll
poison wreath?
put it on my head and we'll see who takes it off before I go to the hospital.
Oh no, so much itching.
Maybe Inez thinks that she's like she went camping once and didn't get poison ivy and assumes she's not allergic, but probably is.
Oh man.
So now the question is, how do we set the trap?
Do dogs get poison ivy? I think they
Now I
do.
have to look that up. It's rare, but it is possible for them to get infected with or affected by poison ivy. Okay. We could say, oh God, we could announce to the family that we've just gotten a vital piece of information about plants or something that's related to exactly how this murder happened.
Oh, yeah,
And
Hyacinth's
then-
our gardener.
And then see if people go after Magdalena.
Or
what-
along with that, I'm trying to figure out if we can wind this in somehow. Like maybe we say that we know she was poisoned. We haven't figured out with what
Oh,
yet.
we don't know.
We need to take samples of all the plants around the house to analyze them. So that'll lead someone to hopefully
Hide
Try
it.
and
want to
get
get
rid-
rid of the wreath.
Ah, perfect.
Or
Yeah,
we
we
can
have
get
to
rid
go.
We put the camera in the wreath.
Yes, perfect. You put the camera in the
Wait,
wreath.
how can we put more clues inside clues? And we put eggnog glass pieces also in the
Around
wreath so
the
that
lens.
they're
Put the wreath in the
yeah.
crawl space.
and the crawl space. So only someone who knew about the crawl space.
So we announced that we know it was a poisoning, and we just have to take samples of every bit of flora around the ground.
Life around there.
And now since somebody's scrambling to get rid of that wreath that has a camera in it.
Yeah. And glass.
But how does that?
And a
tried
bunch
to-
of racy Christmas cards.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to make that into related to trying to murder Magdalena.
Oh no!
Oh, we still want to
to
murder someone?
Oh, I don't know.
Is that
I thought that was
problem with
Peter's
that?
goal, was to try to stop someone trying to murder Magdalena.
Said, but we actually pulled that in an earlier episode. So I
Oh,
like
did
the
we?
idea
We
of
did.
of making it just so that when I said before they do it again, she just meant any kind of criminal activity or something.
Yeah. And we get that sticky stuff and put it. Oh, it disappeared. Good.
The tar.
Caroline cleaned it all up.
Probably for the best.
And then we can
And
all
in-
hover
in
around the
crawl
computer
space, there's
watching the
just
camera
stacks and
feed.
stacks of-
Yeah, we'll go hang out in the we'll go immediately to the study.
That's, okay. I thought we were gonna say we were gonna watch footage from the crawl space.
I
Ooh, yeah.
don't know if we can get Rue to go back there.
I figured we'd get us three and Gary huddled around the computer watching the camera feed.
Yeah. Gary will be like, "What are we watching for?"
What are you doing?
We haven't
Why
caught Gary up on the
Why
plan.
is there a wreath cam?
Gary, I tried to explain the plan to you 5 times and you didn't understand it, so I just want you to watch and see if anybody shows up on this camera.
Yeah, Gary actually did not sleep over. He had.
Oh. I thought he had pajamas on. He just took pajamas and walked home with them.
Oh wait, did he have pajamas on?
He had
Yeah,
pajamas on.
Yeah, no, yeah. Gary totally slept over there.
I
He was
like
very
that
excited
idea
about
though, that he was like,
Mary
"Yes,
just had
pajamas."
that. Yeah, it was nighttime.
Fancy pajamas.
Yeah.
And
He had like a little hat.
Gary had a big old stack of pancakes.
You should just go back and like retroactively write that part just so to make sure that Gary was there. Hey, Gary has some pancakes. Okay, we're good.
Good.
Flashbacks to
Like
all of the scenes that now have Gary just out of the original frame of each.
Yeah. The Gary vision of us running around.
Gary vision. So who are we accusing?
Almost everyone.
I mean, aren't we all kind of guilty in one way or
Really,
another?
we all
We're all
murdered her.
complicit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Jimmy and Thomas working together was my.
Although I am worried about Caroline because she was saying if he gets accused, she might take the fall for it. So how are we also going to deal with that? Or how am I going to deal with that?
Well, I mean, our case rules her out. It was Jimmy and Thomas. I mean,
But she said that she would take the fall for Thomas if he gets accused. And
Well,
I
she-
don't want her involved
I mean,
at all.
she can't because we've uncovered all the evidence, and it does not point to her in any way. So she can't out Murder Maven the Murder Mavens.
I just want to protect her. Oh, murder maybe the murder maybe. Good point.
You can't make up clues. We got them all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna invite her to the study though, just so that she
Cool.
can know.
Are you gonna fill her in?
Oh wait, no. We need to make sure it's not her too. Sorry. I don't want to fuck up our science.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Our
I
guess-
carefully laid out, controlled experiment.
So I guess in this, so what we just did was, as players, laid out what the
Yeah.
solution is.
Yeah.
In game,
In game,
I
nothing
suppose
has
we have
happened.
suspicions, but the whole point of this is to confirm who the murderer is.
Yeah.
Or
So
maybe-
you're gonna roll and then make an accusation in game, and it'll
Yes.
either be.
So we
right or
can
wrong.
still, I still like what we did before about how we simultaneously said, y'all each
Yeah.
said yours and I said both, and then we discussed it. So we think it's Thomas and Jimmy. We need the wreath cam footage to have actionable evidence.
Here's the
against them.
wreath.
Cool. Who would like to roll?
It was Hyacinth's grand.
Okay.
Yeah, I
plan.
feel like Hyacinth gets
So
this one.
sorry.
No, it's okay. I just had an 11, so I think I've rolled out my luck. So
Okay, well, I'll give this a shot. That is a 7.
+4 is 11. Nice. All right. So you put up the.
Does that mean we
yeah.
solve and get
Did
a
we-
void clue?
did we did?
12 plus is a void clue.
Ah,
Oh, you can get a void clue when you're solving the murder?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Or-
God.
Void,
maybe
void
we
adjacent.
don't want that. And then they all exploded and it's blood and masks.
And whenever we come around to trying to solve the void mystery, we're gonna have to relate or rule out so many clues.
Oh, God.
Now we'll keep them all in.
That's gonna be a full
Keep
2-hour
them all.
show on its own. Is just going through the list of clues.
Rules
Just the-
nothing out.
The Spider-Man pulling the bus together show.
Cool. How are you making the accusation or setting it up?
Well, I think we're getting the footage of like Jimmy and Thomas escaping with the wreath, right?
Ooh, and then
Well,
we
but
can tell
yeah,
them that we have a Christmas video to show them.
But first,
Oh, okay.
first we have to do the setup by announcing that we know she was
Yeah.
poisoned and we need to gather plant samples.
Right.
But
And then give
while-
them time.
Yeah, give them some time and then be like, oh, but also not to be all dreary, the ladies and I have recorded a Christmas special for you that we'll be showing later. And I'll bring out invitations to and they're on the backs of the racy Christmas cards.
Yes, they are.
Excellent. Yeah. So they. So it would be Thomas because Jimmy cannot get up a ladder. You have Thomas. You have video of Thomas taking down the wreath and basically like confessing while he's taking it to the dumpster. It's like, God damn it, Jimmy and I should have never done this in order to.
We
And then And then there's video of the like from the perspective of the wreath like being thrown over the back fence.
I mean, he could probably Jimmy probably would have joined him on the trip out and been like, "It's okay, maybe we confess because we didn't mean to kill her. We were just trying to make her act crazy." All captured
Cool.
on video.
And then you gather everyone together.
Yep, into the drawing room.
It's time for the Star Wars Christmas special, everyone.
Oh no.
Everyone immediately leaves.
And we try to get Gary to sit beside the perpetrators.
I am here for
The
the
perps.
B. Arthur section of that and nothing else.
Fair. Cool. They're all sitting, and Jimmy and Thomas are looking fairly relaxed because they're convinced that they got rid of the evidence. And the video.
Are they itchy on their hands?
Are they what?
Do they have itchy hands?
Oh, they
Oh, no,
red.
They have
That-
gloves. They know that.
Oh.
Red-handed. Ah.
Red-handed.
Oh.
Pow, pow, pow.
But come on, Jimmy's kind of dumb. He would have accidentally like touched his eye or something.
He's got like a streak.
Puffed up like
Super
a blowfish.
And as the video starts, Caroline stands up and says, "You don't need to show anyone anything. I accidentally poisoned Aunt Amelia with her poison in the eggnog. It was arsenic, the one that tastes like almonds, so she didn't notice."
No, that's actually not what happened at all.
No, that's not how arsenic tastes.
Or cyanide.
Arsenic isn't a plant thing.
One of them.
Nothing about what you just said is true.
I hired someone to
Every
poison them.
single word of what you said is false.
What? No.
Gary, take me in.
Gary,
Gary,
do not
no.
take her in.
Don't take her in.
She's innocent.
And you play the video, and Thomas is chagrined at being such an idiot for revealing the entire plan.
Just
Jimmy,
every bit of it.
Which is
we did
exactly,
this.
I mean, that is exactly how it happened in a show of this kind on
Yeah.
network TV in the 70s.
Yeah.
Jimmy makes a break for it, but Magdalena actually puts out her foot and trips him,
Nice.
and he just falls flat on his face and hits his head on the corner of a stone from the
Ow.
fireplace.
And dies?
He like knocks himself out.
Oh, okay.
Double murder.
Double murder. Magdalena
Who
coming in.
murdered Jimmy?
Magdalena,
Episode 2.
just
We
did
have
it.
we have to find all the clues.
Everyone was there.
We like collecting them though.
And Thomas gets like goes from composed to furious in half a second.
There's that temper Caroline talked about.
Yep, exactly. Just lets it all out about the inheritance and everything, how he was responsible for all of this, and Amelia would have squandered it all, and there would be no Christmas if it weren't for me. And Gary like swallows the last bite of whatever he was chewing on.
Pancakes.
And
Leftover pancakes.
sorry, Mr. Hawthorne. The story seems to check out. I'm gonna have to take you in, and I guess I'll put you in the cruiser first, and then come back for. Can everyone keep an eye on Jimmy for me? I'll be right. I'll be right back.
Oh
I
wait,
guess.
I can do the arrest. I'll do the arrest. I'll do the arrest because I need
What?
to undermine the law.
No, I got this. That's
That's cool. I'll take.
Oh, you know, Inez, I believe it's totally valid to do a citizen's arrest.
Yeah.
great. I'll accept that arrest, and I'll take it. I'll take.
Oh
it
wait,
to
no,
prison.
you just made it valid.
Right. That's
I don't
thanks.
do it anymore.
You just- You guys have been a great help. This is really
No, I just remembered I'm not supposed to lift
Stop
anything.
appreciating our support.
good. And Caroline is still like sort of frantically like going up to a no, specifically like, please don't take my brother away. This is, take me instead.
Caroline,
help.
I
I
I
can
know
help you with
this
whatever you
is-
need.
know this is a complex and fraught family issue, and it sounds like they didn't even mean to. So let's just let
Caroline,
if you want me to take you in, I'll take you in. just for your own,
Let me share
just for a little bit.
a bit of wizened advice with you, Carolyn. As a woman who's lived a few more years than you, I've learned that the old saying about blood being thicker than water, A, is a misquote. That's not how it originally started.
Gotta sneak that in.
It actually meant that the blood of your chosen friends was thicker than, I forget the actual quote, but it did not mean that family is more important than friends. And you have to learn that family is not everything. And sometimes chosen friends, even brand new ones, say like me or Inez here, could be more important and more
yes,
supportive
it's a
to
good thing.
you. Yes, or it could be more important and more supportive to you. It's not worth ruining your life over a family member who clearly did not care much about you or the family and did criminal things and accidentally murdered their sister.
But I can take you in on a citizen's arrest, and you could at least get to say goodbye to them.
I've already said my goodbyes, and you've done enough.
Oh. But I could undermine the law and get to spend time with you. Oh, that is one of the great, it always was the choice I had to make between love and my job. Why I will never know what that pottery is on my mantle.
And she, her expression sort of changes, like weirdly for a second, and she kind of steps up closer to you and puts her hand on your head and sort of strokes your hair back. And it's like, you'll find out soon enough. And you feel a little sharp something, and she walks away. Her expression goes like cold again.
Oh no.
What do you mean by a sharp something?
Like something yanked her hair.
Oh, okay. Not like she got stabbed.
Why do I always fall in love with the wrong ones?
Not like she got cut by a piece of pottery.
No.
Everyone dies.
Oh, I'm about to find out what that pottery is, aren't I?
Laced with poison plant.
Vera was involved with the fragrant void.
Cool. And
can I add one little thing?
You need to behave
very
like
silly.
Yeah.
No. This is just, I feel like everybody leaves the room except Hyacinth, and she's just kind of puttering around and hasn't noticed. And then she's like, oh, I guess everyone left. And then Chestnut walks in, and she's just like, oh, who's going to take care of you now?
Oh.
And then that's all I wanted to add to the end of it.
Nice.
Floating the possibility of Hyacinth ending up with a dog out of this.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Probably gonna be it all. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to take turns with it because Akiko probably
follow
won't
you
like
home.
it, but and Akiko will love it.
They're probably going to be friends.
We'll be best friends and solve mysteries together.
Yeah, they have their own spin-off show.
A sidekick show.
There's not a sidekick show till you get a third animal. And then the three animals together become a mystery solving trio of animals.
One of the fish.
Oh God. Okay, that's all I wanted to throw in. Thank you for
No, it was a great button. We needed that.
And that is Jingle the Shock. Great. So everyone makes their way home and has a lovely rest of the day. Inez, when you get home, there is
Oh no, my answering machine.
the blinky light on your answering machine.
Oh, I'm gonna press that button. Is this gonna be next time? Or do I need to do it really quickly? Because I can do that.
I mean, this is you know, the whole time.
Greetings, Inez. I need you to bring me the only surviving piece of the German U-boat Der Haifisch. Inquire at the Mucky Point Lighthouse Museum. Deliver it to the Frenchman in Brindlewood Bay. That is all.
Oh no. I can't tell if that's Etienne or not. Not actually French. Oh, we've had a pizza for a while.
Oh, have we?
I think so.
Oh no.
It was
Well, let's
supposed to be
take.
it's supposed to be a 9:20 arrival, but it arrived at 8:50. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Oh.
well, let's take 5 and get that pizza set up, and we will get ready for our Mucky.
All right.
Starting on that. a
All
little bit.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
5-minute break.
Hello. This episode of Brindlewood Bay brought to you by Home Slice Pizza.
Nummy.
Literally the best pizza this side of the Mississippi.
It is super good. I like that I got to exchange my I voted sticker for a free slice at Home Slice.
Nice.
Awesome.
I actually worked with Jen, the one who started Home Slice, when I came to visit in the 90s. She was working at a web online pharmacy place I was doing work for, I think.
I worked with her brother.
Yeah. And I got to hear the story about like how she went back to New Jersey and like went to all the different pizzerias she grew up with and stole all their recipes and brought them back here to make Home Slice. So good. There is a post-credit scene for this one. Yeah. We roll the Murder Maven's credits, and after the credits show, we come back to the shot of the chest in the secret crawlway, and we pull back and it is opened, and Caroline is there kneeling next to it with the mask in her hands. And she puts the mask on and says, Mother, you will come to us soon. And the mask sort of molds itself to her face. And she turns and looks at the camera, and it's her face just made of wood.
Stupid heart.
And then next week on Brindlewood Bay, we have Murder Most Mucky. The holiday season is past with no further events. It is now early January, and you are back to your regular schedule of meeting the Murder Mavens Mystery Book Club at the Candlelight Booksellers. As we come into the scene after the holidays are over, the camera pans around the loft in the bookstore where the Murder Mavens meetings are being held. What do we see that shows us how this is one of the most coziest spots in all of Brindlewood Bay?
There's lots of colorful things like scarves and drapings just around the whole place, giving it very homey, different colors of cool patterns, some like tie-dye, different patterns, very colorful, but yet it all kind of goes together. Hanging from like corners and across tops of walls, and some from the ceilings billowing a little bit as well.
A lot of jewel tones and earth tones. Close all of a sudden. What else do we have there?
There's a little old worn coffee table in the center of the furniture. Yeah, this is really going nowhere, but it's just there's a lot of some very nice, old mugs with coffee in them, steaming around the table.
And this little corner of the bookshop hasn't been outfitted with bookcases yet, but we have created some from some cinder blocks that Hyacinth had left over from gardening, and some wood.
And there's a bookstore cat. It's different from
Yeah.
All right, that's what there
we are.
Bookstore cat.
Bookstore cat. That's whatever a bookstore can. After your meeting, before you all head out, the owner of the bookstore, Janet Flock, comes up the stairs to, and she always comes up to sort of show you off and lock up after you and offer you snacks or tea, but you've already had. And Janet Janet says, "Have you heard the terrible news?"
Apparently not. I mean,
Gossiping.
I'm not aware of any terrible news.
And she pulls out a paper, a newspaper from a neighboring town, Mucky Point, and is a obituary story, not just like a standard obituary, but like an actual story about their housekeeper, Cyrus Creel. He died after falling off the walkway just outside the lighthouse's lantern room. And the article goes on to quote several locals who think Mr. Creel was murdered, as the old grizzled lighthouse keeper had kept the lantern lit for decades, and only someone new to the occupation would have lost their footing and fallen to the death. The paper goes on to quote the Mucky Point constable, Alvin Deshane, who says that the death was strictly an accident and any talk of murder is baseless speculation. Mucky Point is just up the road a few miles.
Just up the road.
Janet says she knows that you all have experience in this sort of thing here in Brindlewood Bay, and I'm sure that much like our own Sheriff Dalrymple, Constable Deshane would probably greatly appreciate your unique insight into the case. If you aren't doing anything here, it's a fun little day trip. It's another nice little coastal town.
I feel like
Trip.
Hyacinth just hates Mucky Point for reasons we don't understand.
Aww.
Oh yeah. There is actually some animosity between Mucky Point and Brindlewood Bay. The Mucky Point Hyacinth knows that the Mucky Point lighthouse never really took off as a tourist attraction, partly because of some interference from busybodies in Brindlewood Bay's tourism board. And Hyacinth is firmly on the side of those who would shun Mickey Point.
Yeah, she just darkly says they know what they did.
Whoa.
And then goes back to playing with the bookstore cat.
Yeah, Janet says, what did they do?
And then we're like, best not. We don't have time. You need to get home probably. It's a long
emotional bandwidth.
It's a long tale.
All right, Cyrus was an old family friend, and I just thought, well, it would put me at ease knowing that there was no foul play involved. But if you're too busy, I understand. That's fine.
Sorry, side tangent. I like the assumption, like me as a human, this assumption that solving these murders is helping people. It would make it's like we're giving people peace. It's like so the premise of all the like CSI and like all these terrible shows. And here we are participating. Anyway, back.
And she just goes about the little room, sort of tidying up.
Well, none of us took that transportation advancement.
Oh no.
So we are going to take the bus. Or maybe one of us has a car. Well, I'm all for a trip. I'm not busy.
Oh, really? That's so nice of you to offer. I mean, I don't. Do you always work together, or are you okay going by yourself? Do you need company?
Oh no! I was offering it to the girls to see if they were interested.
Oh.
You can come along too, Jenna, if you want. You just got to keep up.
Oh, I have too many responsibilities.
We love having. You should talk to Gary about being. He's our intern.
Oh.
He's a very good intern.
All right. I will ask him about that next time. He's not really a reader, so I don't really see him that often.
Not a reader. Our Gary.
I do run into him at the grocery store every once in a while. He buys a lot of pasta. It's very strange.
How convenient, Inez, that you needed to retrieve something from the Monkey Point Lighthouse Museum.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know that as a
yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. I
Brew.
do need to go to the. I have been meaning to check out their lighthouse museum. I know you are dead set against it, Hyacinth, but Vera visited it once and was quite smitten. She said it had a small town, one of those like how do you say it? Like someone who doesn't know that they're charming, charm. Whatever the word for that is. Yeah, I'm not a reader either.
So, I mean, are we all up for going? It seemed, I mean, Hyacinth does not seem to be the biggest fan of Monkey Point.
Oh, yeah, so I think Hyacinth is just like, I hate Mucky Point. Again, that sort of darkness, and then it vanishes again.
And you know what? That might be an asset for us. Your suspicion of everything Monkey Point.
That is actually a very good point, Inez. I mean, while some of us might get caught up in the charm and sightseeing, Hyacinth's eyes will be open to the truth.
You could take my you'll take my usual role as
Hyacinth's cold, steely eyes.
Yeah, again, that look comes over and it's like, there's no charm in Mucky Point.
I'll be the Hyacinth I'll be the tour. I get to play the tourist this time. I'll get to be our Hyacinth and you could be our Inez.
But I will help, she says.
Oh, good. It would just seem strange for two of us to go and not the third.
And Akiko can be Rue. And Rue can be Akiko.
Akiko.
Yeah. It's a vacation for everyone from their personalities.
A little space where identity is fluid.
There is a regular bus between Brindlewood Bay and Mucky Point. It leaves in the late afternoon, and always seems to get there after the sun goes down. Is there anything you'd like to do in town before heading out?
Oh, I do still need to undermine the authority of a local official who wants to break the law.
Oh, no. Is it time to steal some bikes?
It's time to steal maybe at this point we have been continuing to steal bikes so that Gary can learn. We've been setting up more increasingly complex crimes. Like we started Gary is at level 1.5 of bike.
Is this what's really going on at all the book meetings? Is just planning out the next
more heists.
Well, he couldn't. Well, last time Hyacinth accidentally made a 6-pointer when he really needed a 2-pointer, and he's never gonna find those bikes. We have to scaffold this better for him.
So at some point during the day, one of us is getting a voice modulator and calling up Gary to offer him clues.
We gotta give him a hint for this one. He's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Or we bribe the local kids to.
And I think Hyacinth picks up her fake mustache.
Yes.
And gets a little leash for Akiko for the day trip or night trip, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, the bus ride there is pretty uneventful. It is like literally 10-15 miles away, but it feels like the trip is longer somehow, and it does get dark pretty quickly, pretty early this time of year. By 6 or 7 it is dark, and Monkey Point's a little bit north of it's still in Brindlewood County, but it's still on the shore clearly, and it's pretty much came up to support the operation of the lighthouse for most of its history, but as modern navigation techniques have become more prevalent, the lighthouse become less important, and Monkey Point's just kind of a small village right now. It's relatively isolated and has a reputation for being unfriendly to people from Brindlewood Bay, especially, but outsiders in general.
Monkey
And yeah,
Point.
folks are still pretty mad about the whole tourist board thing.
They got what they
And
deserved.
they got what they did as if they know what they did. When the bus pulls in, it is basically just you three or four, including Chico and the bus driver.
Oh, I read the story.
He lets you off and sort of like shakes his head as the bus pulls away a little bit faster than you would think a bus would pull away. And it's not a, it's a pretty small little town. There's not a lot there. There's the lighthouse to the east on the coast there. It's kind of like in the rocks and crags overlooking the ocean. And by that lighthouse, there's a small shack that the lighthouse keepers sort of live in and keep stuff in. And there's really only the one road. There's like, it's not even a bus station; it's a bus stop on the main road. And there's a little roadhouse, the Golden Bull. There's a little gas station and convenience store. The Shanes run. There's a small building that is the Bucky Point Lighthouse Museum, and at the end of the road there is a bait and tackle shop, Codswallops. And it is evening. There's not a lot of people around, and the few people who are around kind of head to the roadhouse. And folks have always sort of muttered rumors about the folks in Monkey Point. Hyacinth is especially familiar with this. And Monkey Pointers are rumored to have a strange physical characteristic that they all share.
Besides being fish people, or
Yeah. What is the characteristic they all share?
Oh God.
Or what have you heard?
Like I want it to be something innocuous but annoying, like the close talking from Seinfeld.
Or something really positive, like they all have really cute button noses, or like their eyes sparkle.
Or they're incapable of expressing negativity. Like no matter how bad it is, it's
just
always
Midwestern.
this like it's like this weird transplanted
positive.
Yeah.
And then of course the strange slight webbed fingers.
Yeah. That's gills.
Yeah, they're all way too cute and positive for who they seem to
It's
be.
like the Whoville residents with their little noses. Like,
It's kind of uncanny valley cheerfulness.
yeah, or it's like a little cartoon character.
And you definitely it is more than just rumor. You definitely see that as folks sort of like they kind of like they're slouching down the road. It's been a long day, but they still have this like weird, adorable positivity in their faces.
I don't see what Vera saw in it.
To the roadhouse. I think we'll close before getting into anything because we're coming up on 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
What is the closing line from one of the mavens as they disembark?
I feel like we should give this to Hyacinth.
I know, right? Me too.
Yeah.
Because it's so uncharacteristic. It's like it has to be, I think.
Oh God. Yeah, it's just her playing with the cat, and then you cheerfully like, and then darkly looking out at their surroundings and saying, "We are in hell." Going back to playing with the cat.
And then the opening credits play. Great, good.
Oh man.
In this very idyllic setting with nice people all around. It's a sunny day, waves.
We're in hell.
Da, 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 da.
Great. Let's do our end of session stuff.
Oh, and I do feel like whatever opening credits that we usually have for Brindlewood Bay are like alternate opening credits that are all based around Monkey Point.
It's got a Hyacinth with the binoculars this time.
It's
Just
got a,
realized
like,
we've
much-
never-
jacket.
Our conditions have never come into game yet.
I know.
About
I
that.
know. I just been staying on the wrong side of the law.
It's got much more cheerful theme music somehow.
Yeah. It's like all in major key.
It's the Desert Bluffs version of the.
Yep. That's it.
Yep, that's what it
Augmented.
is. Cool. Y'all get a point for solving a mystery.
Yeah, give me that point.
Rue, did you share your wisdom with a young person?
That I did.
And did you dote on someone?
No, I did not.
Aw.
Inez, did you secretly undermine the authority of a local official?
I finally did at the end when we did the bikes with Gary.
Right.
Nice.
If you'll count that.
Did you share your wisdom with a young person?
Yes, that was the pottery.
I am so bad about doting on people in this game.
Okay.
It is
Few times I've
difficult
taken
to
it.
do. We're so
Um,
suspicious of everyone.
I know. Did Hyacinth behave like a woman half her age?
No, she did not.
Aw.
Did she dote on anyone?
No, she did not.
Mostly just dog walking.
Yeah.
What you gotta do
Well,
is you gotta live.
I mean,
your things.
look. I'm not trying to, to min-max metagaming, but I think Hyacinth doted on that dog pretty hard.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
that is some doting.
Okay.
You definitely get a dope point for that.
One note point.
One dope point.
God, I am so bad at remembering these goals.
I try to use them as like ways to make decisions that I wouldn't normally, but
Yeah, exactly.
I do worry about making like out of character moves. So
No, I definitely try to use them as like story drivers of like.
Yeah, that's what they're there for.
I feel like Mark will tell me no.
Yeah. Get off the table, Inez.
I
Stop
don't care if it doesn't count.
Awesome. Good stuff. That was a lot of fun.
Oh man.
Where's
The
Ch-
murder me.
Where's Chestnut 4 when you're in Mucky Point?
Oh, that's a good question. I think Gary is taking care
Gary,
of
yeah.
Chestnut 4.
Gary, for having
That's
such
part
a
of
fun.
Gary's internship.
Chestnut 4 has become the Brindlewood Bay K9 unit.
Oh God.
Oh.
It has no
Yes.
training whatsoever, no useful skills, but just
Just
goes with Gary
adorable.
It
everywhere.
does have a cute little vest.
Yeah, totally.
Like
Almost mucky pointy.
strategizing. This is the void mystery you were saying. So
No, this is before Void Mystery.
okay, yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
can we just blow out all of our crowns and things on this at this point?
I think
Yes.
next
Yes, we should.
after this one is the I need to put together a Void Mystery.
So what I'm hearing is we should blow out all of the crowns and things on this one, and then
That's
just
what I'm
come in
thinking.
completely unprepared.
I
I
feel
didn't
like
actually-
we're strong enough we could.
I didn't.
Yeah, and
I
since
didn't make a
you're,
single roll this game.
Oh. I think I made
It
two.
existed.
Have so many void clues and stuff. The existence of the void is going to be more and more, definitely more present here.
More void, more void.
More void.
I mean, it is Mucky Point, so.
It is.
What would you expect?
All right. I'm gonna go eat pizza.
Dude.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
See y'all next week.